Hey guys, welcome along to MishMashTV. My name is Brittany and today is the 16th of October. There we go. Had to think about it for a little bit. I only remember that because my birthday was last Friday and I had a good day, so thanks for asking. Today we are checking out some more highlights from things that we saw in Term 2 here on MishMashTV, and Today, I was going to say this week, but today we are checking out our visit to Rainbow's End. We actually visited there earlier on in the year with our Crash Test Dummies winners. So basically it was a class of people who had to come up with a bit of a crash course or an obstacle course or some kind of thing to show us that they would be good crash test dummies to try out the new Stratosphere ride, which I hope you have been on because it's amazing. If you haven't, definitely go next school holidays, but we're going to be checking that out. But first up, before we head along to that, it is John Mayer's birthday. He was born in 1977 in USA and he is an incredible singer. He actually first started working at a gas station. That was one of his very first jobs, and he worked there for a year to save up for a Stratocaster, that's what I was trying to say, guitar. So happy birthday to him and to you if you're celebrating today. Let's have a look at what we did at Rainbow's End. Today we are at Rainbow's End checking out the new Stratosphere ride, which is a ride where there's only 3 other types of rides like that worldwide, and it's the only ride of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere. So we're going to be finding out a bit more about it today. But one thing I want to know is, what does it take to turn this idea into an awesome ride?
Well, Brittany, the way they turned an awesome idea into a ride is to think about something that hasn't been seen in Auckland before in terms of thrill rides. So, of course, because the Stratosphere is actually a very unique ride in the fact that it's the only ride of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere which does a whole 360 spin, it's something that the management thought, well, that's the way to go, give the people something they haven't seen before. Yeah,
that's so cool. So have you been on the ride yourself yet?
I have been on the ride. I've done the 360 and the 45-degree angle, so yeah. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Thoroughly recommend it. Awesome. Cool. Yeah.
Now, you are one of the members of the theming department here at Rainbow's End, so what exactly does your job involve?
Well, at the moment we're looking at theming different parts of the park, giving their own specific look. Cool. So we do a lot of signage, we do a lot of sound, a lot of just anything sort of visual that can just make an area that looks a little ordinary, make it look like something pretty spectacular. Yeah. So pretty much everything visual is what we do. Yeah.
So what part did you play in the theming around the Stratosphere then?
I mostly did a lot of signage. The signage is basically just hand-painted imagery on plywood. Yeah. And also did a lot of the images of the spaceships, the dome on the roof, and my boss Alan did the big blackboard with the scientific experiments. Yeah.
So what is the theme of the Stratosphere for people who haven't seen it yet?
Well, when we got the name, we thought, well, what kind of idea goes with the Stratosphere? So we're thinking, well, an experiment. So we came up with the fictional idea of a professor who's just created this amazing ride, and he's like, well, what happens to people when they go to a certain height? And so, well, what happens to people when they reach the Stratosphere? What physically happens to them? So he's gone through this process of creating this ride, and so he wants to see what happens to people. So, and then a lot of our other theming is with the spaceship theming is images of ships that have gone to reach the Stratosphere and have been tested. And okay, well, they've gone there, but what happens to people when they get to the Stratosphere and sit there for a wee while and what happens to them physically? So that was the idea behind that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us.
You're welcome.
And we will have to check the ride out now.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so we have tried out the new Stratosphere, and now I am with Mrs. Curry, who is the teacher of Room 1 for Matamata Intermediate. How are you feeling after doing the ride?
I'm still shaking.
I am too,
It's
actually.
amazing, yeah. Really amazing, but freaky.
Which was the worst and the best parts of the ride for you?
The worst part's up top when you're sitting there and it's spinning upside down.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't have told me that you sort of needed to count to 3 and it'll stop quickly, I would have, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kept my eyes closed.
Yeah, exactly. Because some of the staff were telling us that you usually only go over 3 times, but they can go over 9 times, which is crazy. What would you do if they went over 9 times? Would you just cry?
I don't know. I think I'd be crying. It's beautiful. You're up there and it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then in the end, I just had to close my eyes.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's cool.
So good. Well done.
Definitely freaky.
Yeah. Were all your students pressuring you into doing it?
I think I wouldn't have got away with not doing it.
Yeah,
I had to do
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
And they're all giving it a go. So it's pretty cool because the ride's got those 2 different levels. So some of them who are less confident are doing the lesser level, but they've all given it a go. So really cool.
Well, speaking of them, let's go and chat to some of those brave kids now. Cool. Now, I found some other guys from Matamata Intermediate who've actually done the Stratosphere twice now, which is amazing. So what are your names, guys?
My name's Shelton.
Yeah.
David.
Awesome. So why did you guys go on it twice, Shelton?
Because the line for the second one wasn't really big.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd jump in.
Yeah. So because there's basically two choices, for rides. So you can go on the very extreme one and then the less extreme.
Yeah.
What are the differences between the 2 rides?
One goes right round.
Yeah.
And the less extreme one, it's just 45 degrees. It's
It just chills a bit, eh?
Yeah.
It's not as extreme, obviously. How did you find it, the difference between both of them, David?
I didn't go on both of them.
Oh, you did?
I just did the extreme one.
Yeah.
I got sick, so I'm still
How's your stomach at the moment?
getting better.
Yeah, just got to sit and just relax for a bit, eh? Otherwise, I'm feeling a bit like that, dodgy as stomach, but maybe no more rides for me for the rest of the day. It was a lot of fun though, so thanks for chatting to us, guys. Make sure you do come and visit and try out the new Stratosphere because it's so awesome. Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day today wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching Mishmash on Demand as well. Make sure you enter into this week's giveaway if you are in New Zealand. Just check out our details on mishmashtv.co.nz. Now I have a few facts for you about massive animals that exist and a few world records that have been set by these animals. Did you know that the blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived? It is around 30.5 metres long and can weigh up to 150 tonnes, so it is huge. But did you know also that the world's longest worm is the bootlace worm? Now these worms are found in the bottom of the North Sea, so thankfully they are nowhere near New Zealand because I hate worms so much, especially worms like this, because the longest worm that they've ever found of this kind measured up to 55 metres long. So that is massive. Also, birds often lay eggs, as we know, and the biggest egg that you can find laid by a bird is by the North African ostrich. Now they can lay eggs that are about 15 to 20 centimetres in diameter, so that's pretty huge. And the smallest egg that a bird will lay is the hummingbird, which is under 1 centimetre in length. Well, Autumn Primary is where it's happening and where it's at, and I am joined by my special guest presenter, Amelie, again. So what is happening today?
Well, today, Brittany, we're going to the year 1. We're going with the year 1s, to go and check out a cool... Oh, I forgot what it's called now.
Doing construction? Is that what it is? Yeah, something like that. Cool. So they're doing some construction stuff. I think they're just going to be having lots of fun, basically. Did you ever do stuff like that when you were year 1?
We're doing some now. We're trying to make a technology workshop.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Well, let's check out if that's what our year 1s are doing here today. Now, I have a few students to talk to from room 25. So what's your name?
Maya.
Maya. And what's your lion name?
Tigress.
Oh, I like it. What about you girls? What are your names?
Siobhan. Marina.
Awesome, cool. I am excited to be hanging out with these guys today because Marina actually has been telling me that she is a big fan of MishMashTV and watches it all the time. So what do you like about watching Mishmash, Marina?
Because the cartoons
Yeah.
are really like for kids.
Yeah, that is always good, eh? It's good when the cartoons are for kids and that you enjoy watching them. Now, what have you guys been doing today?
We've been playing with the dress-ups and doing art.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, because is that why you're wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Yes. So what sort of dress-ups do you guys have to choose from?
Leah and that basket, and we can be anything like a grandma or a builder.
Okay, a grandma or a builder. That's a lot of options to choose from then. So how often do you guys do days like this? Do you do this every day at school?
Not all the time. We don't really do it all the time. We do it sometimes at Discovery.
Discovery time, that's what it's called, eh? Yeah. I think there's been a lot of schools actually recently that have been doing that.
On Fridays.
You do it on Fridays? Oh, okay, cool.
Today as well.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's mean that you could do it, so we could come and pick it up.
But I've never watched it.
Oh, no worries. You can see yourself on TV. Now, one thing I wanted to ask these guys, because it's always good to see what the juniors have to say about this, but what sort of job or what sort of things do you want to do when you're older? What do you want to grow up to be?
Be a nurse.
A nurse? That's a really good job. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A daycare.
Oh, a daycare teacher. So cool. Yeah, what about you, Miranda?
I wanna be a pilot.
Oh, wow. You have to be pretty smart to be able to be a pilot, so I'm sure you'll be able to do that. Good work, girls.
One of my favourite movies are Captain America.
Oh, very Flash. Awesome. Thanks for chatting to me, girls. Let's see who else we can meet. Well, not only are there activities outside, but there's also activities inside here at Osimoto Primary, and we've got some more of those cute juniors to chat to. So what was your name?
Jack.
Cool.
Taylor. Hannah.
Very good. Nice, easy names to remember. Now, Jack, why are you wearing an ambulance vest like that?
It's from the dress-ups, and they're outside, and we have Discovery time every single Friday.
Is it probably one of your favourite parts of the week then?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you like doing Discovery Time so much?
Because we get lots of different activities.
Yeah, true. Awesome. What are some of your favourite activities to do?
I like playing with my friend Paige because we play fun games, like we play mums and dads, and we play cats and dogs.
Oh, cool. Because how does the game Cats and Dogs work? Can you tell me about it?
Hannah's a dog, and then Paige is the mum, and then I am the sister, then Liam's the dad.
Cool. It sounds like a very fun game to play. It's always fun playing make-believe and using your imagination and stuff. So what about you, Hannah? What do you like to do?
I like to play with Paige too.
Yeah? Cool. And what about when you're at home? What sort of stuff do you want to do at home?
I draw
Oh, cool. What sort of things do you draw?
persons and stuff.
Cool. That is a very good skill to have to be a good artist. It looks like we've got someone else to hang out with now too. What was your name?
Charity.
Yeah, cool. And what is your favourite activity for Discovery Time?
Juggling.
Juggling? Really? That sounds cool. What do you do that with?
With what?
With those beanbags. Look, they look pretty fun. Now, just like I was asking the girls outside, if you guys could be anything you wanted when you grow up, what would you want to be?
A baker.
Oh, why would you want to be a baker?
Because they bake stuff.
Would you eat all your food though afterwards?
Yes.
Yeah, so you might not even end up selling any of the food that you make. I love that. What would you want to be, Hannah?
I would want to be a doctor.
Oh, cool. What would you want to be?
An ambulance.
Oh, an ambulance. Sounds good. And what would you want to be then, Taylor?
A science teacher.
Oh, wow. What do you like so much about science?
I like teaching kids science, like helping them learn about it.
Cool. So do you reckon maybe you could invent a game where you get to be a science teacher as well?
Yes. Like, if I was grown up, like if I was 21, I would have been a teacher.
Yeah. Very good. That's a good life goal to have. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me. It was very nice to meet you. Well, sadly, that is the end of the show, but thank you heaps for hanging out with me today. It was cool to see our visit to Rainbow's End, especially on the Stratosphere. I love that ride, although what I had to do to sort of get over my fear of that was just not think about what would happen if the harnesses broke on that ride, because it is a little bit freaky, and that was all that was going through my head the first time I went on it. But it was better the second time. Make sure you visit them soon. I'll see you guys on the show tomorrow though. See you later.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.